Hey guys, the show's about to start. Sit back, relax, take a hit, and enjoy.
Bitch, shut the fuck up. My bitch so stuck. I ain't honest, but I get the bucks, yeah.
All I want right in the chest, bit dog. Full of white walls, no flex involved.
Tell me that you lost without telling me you lost.
I get paid, so my shit is left to
Toke Talk Radio with Mountain Man and the Wizard. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of 420 News with your favorite hosts, Mountain Man
and the Wizard. What's up, guys?
Hey guys, super excited for this show tonight. We got a lot of cool topics that we're going to bring up. Some cool stories about, what was it again?
All kind of stuff, man.
Oh my God. Hell yeah, man. But jumping right into it, I mean, what was the one thing that caught your eye the most out of all them topics that we were talking about earlier?
It's probably going to have to be the Jungle Boys.
The
raid.
Jungle Boys raid?
Yes, over there in
Oh
LA,
my
bro.
God. Shouts out to Jungle Boys, which just happens to be what we are smoking today. We are actually smoking some Jungle Cake by Jungle Boys. So shouts out to you guys. Our hearts are with you, especially after hearing about this next story. Wiz, why don't you fill them in with some of the details?
Okay, so earlier in the year, they were actually fined $66,000 by the state of California.
$66,000 for what?
Basically, one of their products was mystery shopped, and it was over the legal limit of it was THCA combined with THC. Like there's like a limit there, and it was over the limit, so they just slapped them with a fine.
But I know that there was a lot of things going on recently too with their testing facilities actually getting back faulty tests.
Yes, that was actually part of it. That was actually in the lawsuit. They've actually been in court about this $66,000 fine or whatnot. But they're basically, they kicked in their door at 5 p.m. yesterday.
Oh my God.
With the federal warrant for late fees on this $66,000 fine.
That's crazy.
It's retarded. I mean, it's just so stupid. And like Ivan, he was all the creator of Jungle Boys, if nobody knew. Ivan was real big, and he's like all over the media, everything, every platform that they're on there. They're basically calling this a cannabis injustice on a known brand.
All the way.
And there was actually a senator, I won't name the senators, but there's actually a senator who backed Jungle Boys and said, hey, look, this is what needs to happen, and y'all are doing it all types of weird. And the government was basically like, no, they owe us $66,000, and we kicked their door in and seized over $18 million worth of marijuana products.
That's disgusting.
Yes,
I can't believe that, dude. That's insane.
$18 million. Like Ivan in the article basically said, like, this could bankrupt them if it doesn't turn out to be good in court, because they are currently in court with the California state government over this accusation and stuff like that. And then like you just said, they brought in the faulty testing and stuff like that, and they believe they were basically subject to one of those faulty testings and basically wanted a retest, and they were like, no. And $66,000 later.
I told you, man, the government just wants their money. That's all they want. That's all they ever want is just their money. And if they don't get it, they're going to find a way to. So.
That is pretty.
Yeah? Yeah,
that's nice.
That's Wiz shouting out. He just lit up the show blunt, that Jungle Cake by Jungle Boys.
That's really good.
And, yeah.
It's like almost like you ever had like natural vanilla? Like I'm talking about like natural vanilla bean and like ate one. That's what's like rolling around in my mouth right now.
Oh yeah. We've had Jungle Cake once before, dude. The last one we had, they came in right around 33.5%.
That's right.
Yeah, that was the first strain of Jungle Boys I've ever had was the Jungle Cake.
Yeah.
And then we had gotten the Jungle Lava, which was also another beautiful strain. I mean, the rich, deep flavors that you got out of that Jungle Lava was intense.
Yeah, it was good. So, what should, in your opinion, Jungle Boys do about this? Like, because obviously they're in the legal standpoint of everything. What would you like to see out of it? And a lot of judges are actually said they are backing. Other judges not on the case are saying I would vote in favor of
Oh,
Jungle Boys.
all day.
Yeah. So.
All day. I would vote in favor of Jungle Boys. I mean, they have to. It was a great injustice that was done. Like I said, our hearts go out to you guys in this crazy process. I really hope that you guys are able to figure all this out, because I would hate to see Jungle Boys even come close to
Ivan,
to
your
disappearing
dream
from
will
our
not
market.
die.
I promise.
You're good, buddy. You're good. So, yeah, like I said, shouts out to Jungle. Hopefully everything goes good. Court goes good. They don't have to pay that $66,000 and they get all their product back, or compensation for the product loss. But, so there's been some more, you know how we're all in tune about the federal laws and state laws and stuff like that of marijuana and stuff. This bill was just passed about, before there was a gray area about edibles on airplanes.
Edibles on airplanes.
Edibles on airplanes. There's
Why?
a gray area because it's federally legal. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
And
just,
then you're going
it is
into
what it is.
Federal airspace.
But
Gotcha.
technically, there was no law stating that you can't consume a THC or CBD based edible on the plane. There was no law, but it was like, I guess they would say, what would you say? Enforced through company. You would say,
okay,
company enforced like the rules and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But these all came to fruition when these federal laws were just passed on these the whole edible thing, because apparently commercial flights during the pandemic last 2 years saw a lot of seizing of edibles.
Yeah.
For stuff like that. A lot of people going into Colorado, California, stuff like that, not leaving, like following the law, basically, which is pretty crap.
Hell yeah, man. That's crazy. So, I mean, so what, are we now allowed to eat edibles on the planes, or are we now not allowed to?
You cannot take edibles on planes no more.
No?
It is past law. It is now, basically, they took the edible standpoint of cannabis and made it a controlled substance. So, it sucks. I know it sucks, guys.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, I guess with federal legalization, hopefully we'll see some sort of change by the federal regulations to maybe abide more by the federal laws. You think?
Yeah, most likely.
I mean, we'll see. It says here the government funds public airports. They are all government owned and by the Federal Aviation Administration, and must follow federal regulations. The staff are also employed by the Fed's Transport Security Administration, so the TSA.
Yeah.
Due to this, all travelers across the country are subject to laws falling under the national jurisdiction. So wait, does that mean that you can't carry things like flour on the plane too then? Because I thought that you could travel with.
You can. I mean, obviously, I always read it beforehand, but they're only focusing on the like food production of cannabis. Like,
So you know what that means is, I feel like this is definitely another shot at concentrates.
yeah, you can, yeah, because concentrates. When everything's said and done, concentrates is going to be the very last thing to get legalized anyway.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Of course. But I mean,
It's
it's
just-
what blows my mind is that, I mean, there's different chemicals and stuff like that used in the making of other pharmaceutical drugs, you know what I mean, and things like that. I get that that's done in a lab, but most of the shit is done in a lab too. I mean, a lot of the concentrates that we see on the East Coast usually come from the West Coast.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then, I mean, then there's things like the presses where you can press it out, you know, and then there's no chemicals involved at all. So I don't understand how that falls under the same jurisdiction, but it does. So,
Yeah.
but I bet you it's probably just another shot
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
concentrates,
yeah.
because most treats they use the distillate, you know, and they
Yep.
drop or spray or whatever the fuck onto it, and then they dose it.
Yeah, it's
Accordingly.
pretty crazy out there. But within this law that was just passed, hemp is allowed. Hemp is okay because it's obviously under the 0.3% THC levels, all that noise, which is nice. The basically the hemp was protected under the Farm Bill that was passed less than 4 years ago. So only anything under 0.3% THC is allowed up there, and then obviously a hemp plant, an early marijuana, or our early is hemp. So obviously, if you don't flower it, you're good to go. I mean,
I feel it totally.
yeah, and then TSA are basically told not to take hemp plants.
Yeah.
Based upon just because it looks like a weed plant or a flowering plant or whatever you want to say.
Hell yeah.
And then another horrible thing is,
oh man,
I know it sucks, but in this bill that was passed includes that if TSA suspects you of being under the influence of marijuana, they will not let you not on the plane. They will not let you.
So this is essentially the federal government just trying to keep its control where it can.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting, bro. I hope one day that the world's mindset on cannabis will change. Because if I can drink a beer or a glass of champagne in first class, why in the hell can't I enjoy cannabis?
Yeah.
Especially when most of the country is like there. You know what I mean? We are pretty much fucking there. I bet you if they ran a vote inside of the house, dude, and it was like, instead of everybody voting at their chair, they ran it like a vote, like a real vote, and they made it like nobody knows who the fuck voted. You know what I mean? Like it's not by state or by this, by that. It's just you go into a booth by yourself, you cast your ballot, and you walk out. What do they call that?
Voting.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean. Like no names or anything. Like anonymous voting.
Anonymous voting.
That's the way I think that we would be able to get it passed, because I feel like too many people are too afraid of the people. Like I hate the way that they make the House run, right? So like the House, the Senate, whatever. It's like you have two people that are at the top of either party, and they're the ones in charge, and everybody else falls in line like a little bit underneath whoever the fuck. Republicans, Mitch McConnell still no?
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying like the leader of the Republican Party.
It's somebody else now. Mitch McConnell stepped down.
Oh, okay. But you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Why is that a thing? Why is there a leader of a party in our government? That doesn't make sense to me. Because all these people should be representing us, not that motherfucker at the top.
No, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
That's how all government.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's supposed to be a government of the people, for the people, by the people. And honestly, it's a government of the rich, for the rich, by the fucking assholes that are sitting in those seats.
Yeah.
Lately, at least. And it's been horrible, man. I can't wait to see a change. I hope when our generation gets in there, man, you know, and starts filling those seats, they're getting out of college and they're starting their careers, that hopefully that we will see a change in the way that things work. Maybe a little less corruption, a little less sticking to my party or sticking to that. You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody to just work together and everybody to be happy. You know?
Oh, yeah.
World
It
peace.
just seems like the government is trying so hard not to allow marijuana to thrive in the United States. It's just seeming.
But how is it the government that's not, when these representatives are allowing it in their states, but then they won't just federally legalize it?
Well, you know how I feel about government. Your senators you put into office and stuff like that are only listening to like 10,000 people in their district. And within those 10,000 people, 5,000 of them are millionaires.
Yeah.
So.
And within those
There you
5,000, they probably only listen to the billionaires.
Yes, exactly. So it's
Just stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. I think California, you know how California is real big on allowing you to leave with your product and stuff like that. I just don't know. I don't understand what's going to happen there.
It makes me a little nervous for the future. I mean, like I said, I think that this is something that our senators and not so much our senators, but our House really need to step up and figure this one out, man. Because this almost sounds like another entrapment clause. You know what I mean?
I know it's like you go to California. Yeah, no, it's just like they're trying so hard. Like it seems.
Yeah, it seems like that when they get together in this secret meeting in this little room, they all think one way, but then when they're back in their states and they're trying to please everybody that's in their state, that's crazy.
It is. But let's go to some good news.
Okay, thank you.
The first ever establishment in the United States that will sell beer and bud is opening up in
Florida.
Oh my God, they don't tell you a state, but it's coming. It don't tell you a state. Oh, it tells you an address, but it don't tell you a state.
What's the fucking state at the end of the address?
It says North Germantown, bro.
Oh, damn. Well, where's North
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Wow. I didn't even think it was recreationally legal.
It's called Buds and Brews. Will open with this spring with legal THC-infused condiments, cocktails, and desserts.
We need to go.
That is amazing.
Road trip.
Yeah, right? It's in Nashville.
Hell yeah,
Nashville.
I'm down. I've
go.
always wanted to go to Nashville. I've never been. I've been to what's the other one?
What are you talking about?
There's another one.
Knoxville?
Yeah. And like there's the Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg.
Yeah, that was fun, but
it's a cool spot. But the menu at Buds and Brews will pair with American dishes with legal hemp-derived THC-infused condiments from craft cannabis. Plus televisions for game day. The 21 and older restaurant and bar's kitchen will lead. Well, this guy wrote this article all types of fucked up.
Oh my God.
A name recognizable from Nashville stables, Urban Grub and Fifth and Taylor. Of note, the dishes here won't be infused with THCs, just the sauces. Okay. Which will come with dosing spoons. Buds and Brews also plans to sell edible desserts, plus drinks infused with hemp-derived THC. All items sold will be only allowed for restaurant consumption and not sold for outside use.
Oh, man.
It's pretty cool.
But it's going to be like kind of like a lounge, I guess, almost.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they'll let you smoke in there. That'd be cool. Or if it's just going to be a restaurant experience.
Probably just a restaurant experience. If they're going that in deep into like the sauces and stuff like that, I think, and they're gonna let you dose it.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So you can get as fucked up as you want.
Be sitting there with the fucking ketchup bottle.
Yeah, right. So I actually just looked it up. Since Tennessee does not allow flame to product, you are not allowed to smoke.
That's terrible.
It is.
Like, how can you not allow flame to product? Okay, so what if I go down to Tennessee and I just get me one of those dry herb vaporizers? What the hell are they gonna say then?
That's how you. That's how you're legally supposed to consume it. Basically, like bowls, bongs, blunts, joints. You can't smoke it. It's illegal to smoke it in that way because it's flame to product, which is dumb. PA has the same thing that I've recently heard.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
Well, let's get on to some better news, man.
So this week's Canna-Woman of the Week is brought to you by Mountain Man, like always. So why don't you take it away, buddy?
Hell yeah, this week's Canna-Woman of the Week. At only 23 years old, Katie Holland created cannabis brand Not Pot with a mission to decriminalize the plant, introducing it to the masses with her fruity CBD gummies and help undo the effects of the crooked criminal justice system with Not Pot Bail Fund. Her company supports a self-funded organization that combats mass incarnation that disproportionately targets marginalized communities. So shouts out to Katie Holland for being the Canna-Woman of the Week.
That's amazing.
Hell yeah, man.
So young, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Making strides in the fucking community, dog. Like, that's awesome. I love it.
Like, at that age. Usually, the Canna-Woman of the Weeks usually are, like, the older crowd, already established in it and all that. But real quick, I want to go right back to the top. It has reported that Ivan, the creator of Jungle Boys, has been indicted on charges. So...
oh my God.
According to TMZ, he's supposed to turn himself in by 6 p.m. tomorrow evening.
That's terrible.
That is terrible. Shouts out Ivan, my bad. You'll make it through this. But charges though?
That's
like
intense.
that's stupid.
So where would he be held then? Is that like federal charges or is he
it's federal. It has to be a federal charge because California can't charge him. It's
That's
legal
terrible.
what he's doing through California. It's legal.
Yeah.
But that's terrible. Federal
How is
charge,
California not trying to do something for him? Like, They should be reaching out. Like, that's their citizen in particular. Like, you are responsible for them. You know what I mean? Like, when a U.S. citizen gets trapped overseas and stuff like that somewhere, the U.S. steps in and helps them out, or is supposed
Sometimes.
to. Is supposed to. But that's like where California needs to step in and be like, whoa, federal government, like, you guys are overstepping. Like, that's what all these checks and balances are supposed to be about. It's not supposed to be a stacked system. It's supposed to be something where the local keeps the state in check and the state keeps the federal in check, and vice versa, all the way down and backwards. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is supposed to keep each other in check, and that's how we get the correct representation that we're supposed to have.
Yeah, no.
Or am I crazy?
No,
is that
I
not
get
the way the system's supposed to work?
It's just the question is when is it enough, California? Especially on like one of your biggest brands that came out of your state.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
When is it enough? Like,
Yeah.
when is the California, hopefully the governor or a senator gonna walk out and say,
Enough
yo,
is enough.
ATF, like, calm down, because it was the ATF that did everything. He was like, yo, calm down. Like, what are you doing here? 18 million. He literally just lost $18 million.
That could destroy it. I'm not saying it's going to,
No, I don't
because
think it will,
I'm sure he's prepared for things, but that could potentially destroy his company. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to take his company from him. Something that he built from the ground up, dude. Like, that's fucked.
I think it's quite annoying.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for the last, like, couple months, like, the federal government really ain't been doing nothing about it. And then all of a sudden, $66,000.
Yeah.
$66,000, and
And then what are they doing with all that smoke?
probably destroying it, which is going to be bad.
Or are they?
And then he's going to ask for $18 million in compensation, and then they're going to be like, we got you. But it's going to take 52 years to get it.
Yep, and they're going to send it to him in small payments.
Yes. $22 a month or some dumb shit.
Well, gotta love the feds, dude. They'll take it all from you right up front, but when it's time to give it back to you, small payments. Crazy, bro.
It's nuts. So, I was looking for an international story. You know how we always do an international story. I couldn't find shit.
You couldn't find shit?
Nothing that we haven't already talked about.
Well, let's give a shout out to our live audience. Do we have a international cannabis story that you would like to talk about? Here we are. We got our guest from the live audience. Let's get a round of applause.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Randana, 757 Zone. You know, Family Ties, the company, the label. Great to be on the show, guys. So you said an international hot story?
Yeah,
just anything. Any news.
What internet? Well, what kind
let's
of cannabis news do you know? What's going on?
I'm hearing the influx of fake weed on the market where people are trying to put baking soda on the weed. The guy from Raw actually did like a Instagram video showing he grabbed a bud out of his bag, put some citrus like lemon juice on it, and it started to bubble. And I think that's pretty crazy that people are disrespecting the sacred crop like that.
That's pretty crazy.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, so if you, for everybody out there, if you're kind of, skeptical about the buds that you're buying, just pour a little lemon juice on it, and if it bubbles, stay away from it.
Yeah.
So what is it like?
Do you still? Oh wait, no. I guess
what is
I
it
could
like?
just tear a little piece of chunk. I thought you were talking about.
What is it like? Synthetic? Or
It's not
like
synthetic, but people are trying to like increase the appearance of their weed.
They're trying to make it look.
You put a little baking soda.
crystally.
Yeah, you put that baking soda up there. It kind of gives it that crystal.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So be
But
careful
can't
of
that
that.
fuck
Be
you
aware
up?
of that. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Like,
I mean,
what are
smoking
the
it-
effects of smoking baking soda?
Well, crack wasn't a great thing, and that has baking soda in it. So we're
no.
gonna try to stay away. Stay away from that.
I'm good. Yeah. Fuck that. So hey, everybody, definitely make sure you look out for baking soda in your cannabis.
Well, I would like to thank him again for
Yes,
being on the
thank
show.
you again
awesome.
for joining
Awesome.
us on the show. Hell yeah,
Love
man.
it.
We really appreciate you.
Hell
Love
yeah.
to get you on again sometime.
Oh yeah. Obviously, we usually source in the beginning of the show. All of our information came from 420intel.com slash. Yeah, slash 420 magazine or something like that.
And
sorry,
Cannabis
Hold on.
Woman of the
Give me
Week
a second.
comes from lofficial.com or lofficialusa.com. Sorry, my bad. That
I'm
blunt
pretty
is
high.
pretty good, dude.
Yeah, me too. Oh, sorry, it's 420magazine.com. There
Hell
we go.
yeah.
I just looked it up.
Good shit.
So we
Well,
don't get sued.
I'm pretty fucking stoned. How about you, buddy?
I'm pretty, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
appreciate y'all coming out to join us for another episode of 420 News with Mountain Man.
In the Wizard. And always remember, keep your tinfoil hats and your bowls close. You never know, it may happen.
Peace, y'all.